Hello, entrepreneurs. This is Joe DiChiara, your host, coming to you live again from downtown Flushing, New York. And yes, I am in the eye of the pandemic storm, but it's not going to stop me from giving you this vital information tonight. And what I'm going to talk to you about, what I'm going to share with you tonight is of extreme importance. Okay, so you're going to want to listen to this entire broadcast. And I promise I am going to keep it short. Okay, I'm going to get right to the point. And tonight, I am going to explain the three top reasons why you need to look at waveapps.com. Now, before I get started, if you don't know me, like I said, my name is Joe DiChiara. I am a CPA, business coach, entrepreneur. I was tricked into becoming a CPA by my dad when I was 17. And I spent 25 years resenting him, but now I say thank you, Dad, because what he did for me was he put me in the trenches with small businesses, and that's where I love to be. I love working with small businesses, especially new small businesses. And what I've learned how to do is make what seems complicated to most people, I make it simple, understandable, and fun. That's right. I am an accountant, but I could show you how to make your business fun again and profitable. So that's my story. I'm sticking with it. I want to invite you to connect with me. All you have to do is go to timewithjoe.com. You could see the banner thing flashing there. That is so that I get your attention because I do want to speak to you. I don't want you to pitch me. I will vet you, believe me. But if what I'm talking about tonight or any other night resonates with you and you think it might be able to help you, or you know somebody else that it might be able to help, please feel free to connect with me. I'll give you 15, 20 minutes of my time, maybe longer if you have something interesting to talk about. But let's get on with the topic tonight. First, let me explain what Waveapps actually is. It is a bookkeeping accounting program. But more importantly, that's really a label. The way I see Waveapps today is really like a command center for your business because it doesn't only do your accounting and bookkeeping. It keeps track of this stuff. Okay, let's be honest. All bookkeeping is, when it comes down to it, it's all the minute details, which are the results of the transactions that you've done in your business. So let me put it to you simply. You buy something from PayPal. Your PayPal account is linked to your bank account. Somehow you pay for that merchandise. Let's say you buy something from Amazon, somehow it gets delivered to your door, you use it, and you're done, right? No, you're not done because that information has to wind up on your tax return. And that's what we call your books and records. Somebody like me, an accountant, a bookkeeper, takes all of those details. We throw it into a bucket, we shake it up, and a balance sheet and a profit and loss statement appears. That's what most people think. Okay, you come in with a bag of receipts, we shake it up, and we hand you your tax return. Well, Waveapps is one of the tools that we use to shake it up. Okay, we take all that information, we compare it to what happened in the bank account so that we make sure that it's accurate, and then we produce your financial reports. But that's the end result. What this amazing program has done now is you could actually run your business from here. Let me give you an example. I just switched all of my stuff over to Waveapps. I was on QuickBooks for decades, literally for decades. And I had a deep resentment against Intuit and QuickBooks. Not because it was too complicated. It was not just because it was like killing a fly with a sledgehammer, because it was. I had a problem with QuickBooks and Intuit because they made the statement that you could save money by doing your own bookkeeping. That is what we call in marketing terms an irresistible offer. So they basically conned people into believing that if you were an auto mechanic or you owned a bakery or a restaurant, that you could actually do your own bookkeeping. Nothing was further from the truth. What Intuit did was they sucked millions and millions of business owners in. They basically gave QuickBooks away at first. They sucked them in, they got them addicted to it, and it turned out that they couldn't do their own bookkeeping because you need to be a bookkeeper to do bookkeeping. So if you are a restaurant owner or you owned a trucking company or a construction company, you end up spending time pulling your hair out doing bookkeeping. One of the most I mean, somebody that doesn't do bookkeeping would probably rather watch paint dry. Let's be honest. If you love bookkeeping, there's either something wrong with you or you're a bookkeeper. Because to be honest with you, I'm an accountant and I don't even like bookkeeping. I hire bookkeepers to do the bookkeeping. What Intuit did was they conned people into doing something that they shouldn't have been doing in the first place. And the numbers, the result of those people, those construction owners, those trucking company owners, the restaurant owners who thought they were doing bookkeeping wound up with a conglomeration of junk that when their accountants looked at it, if they did, we shook our heads and said this was useless. Or what a lot of accountants did was they gave in and they just used the garbage to try to do somebody's tax return. Or the poor business owner would take that information and try to do their own tax return, eventually leading to them getting audited by the IRS and going out of business. So the point is that what Intuit and QuickBooks did was they directly contributed to the failure of millions and millions of business owners. So when I saw not only what I could do with Waveapps, see, QuickBooks wasn't a problem for me. I made a lot of money off of QuickBooks. I made a lot of money and a big career fixing all of those problems that business owners got themselves into. So I would fix it and then I would get a client, and that's basically how I built my accounting practice. And I never had a problem. There was never a shortage of clients. All I had to do was find somebody that was using QuickBooks and I could make them a client because I could show them exactly what they were doing wrong and the fact that they shouldn't be doing it, and they would become a client. Fast forward to today, and I'm looking at Waveapps, and first of all, let me tell you the first reason why you should look at it. Because it's free. It's actually free. And that means that you don't have to pay any money for it. You don't have to connect your bank account to pay them. You don't have to give them a credit card. And let me just show you this for a second. Because if you could see this, it's waveapps.com. It's where is it? Oh, I don't want to get thrown off here trying to post something in there. But believe me, it's waveapps.com. Waveapps.com. And I don't get anything for referring you to them because, like I said, you don't pay for it. They make their money from the traffic. Okay, they have advertisers, and they make money that way. And they do some other things that they offer you, which is great because what you can do, it's very simple to get started. Unlike QuickBooks. See, QuickBooks said, oh, you could do your own bookkeeping, and then it was easy. The interface was easy. It looked beautiful. But if you ever tried to install QuickBooks and actually set it up, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare, believe me. And if you've ever done it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So Waveapps, it takes about 30 seconds to sign up. Okay. All you do is you click there. Oh, no, that's not. Okay. Sorry. I'm already signed up. But okay, so, this is a sample after you sign up. Okay, so what do you want to do? The first thing that, I want to do is I want to do my bookkeeping. So I just log in here and I connect a bank account. Now, I'm not connecting the bank account so that they can get money from me. I'm just connecting the bank account so that all of the transactions get uploaded. Okay? Almost eliminating the need for data entry, which is the most time-consuming part of bookkeeping. It's the data entry, which is the second reason why you should check out Waveapps, because it saves time. And I heard a long time ago that time is money. And wasting time is one of the biggest black holes that small businesses have. It's the biggest expense that small businesses have, and it doesn't show up on your profit and loss statement. There is no line item for wasted time. But I can tell you that because when you start a business, if you're doing a business full time, the minute you decide to do it as a full-time business, you are out of time. Full-time should equal out of time. So it becomes a battle between priorities and time management. Well, Waveapps saves a tremendous amount of time. Why? And money. Now you really don't have to hire a bookkeeper because unfortunately the bookkeepers have almost become irrelevant in this because there is no more data entry if you set it up right. And then it just becomes an issue of mapping your different transactions to the right accounts. Okay, now you can have a bookkeeper do that, or you can have your accountant do it. And let me show you something else here. So this is the dashboard. This is a sample company that I just set up, and here is the dashboard. And where am I? Okay, sorry. Okay, so first you got to connect the bank account. But I'm not gonna do all that. because what I want to get to here, let me close this out. I could show you over here the dashboard, and hopefully you could see this. But once you get to, you've connected your bank account, now you get your dashboard, and you go down here and you can invite a guest collaborator. And this is what I do with my clients. I set them up, I send them to Waveapps. They do exactly what I just showed you. They sign up for Waveapps. They go there, and then now you have a choice. You can invite a bookkeeper, an accountant, an admin, and you just put my name and email in there. I get an invite, and you become a client. So now you have the Wave app, which you set up in 30 seconds, and it takes another 15 seconds to put your accountant's email address in there. They get it, and guess what? Now I could look at everything in real time. I could set up your chart of accounts. I could help you not only connect your bank account, you could connect almost any credit card account. You could connect your PayPal accounts. And now once you connect them, the transactions go in real time as you're doing them. There is no data entry. So now when I get a client and I set them up, if it's a brand new business, it's so easy. It is so easy because there's no transactions. And as transactions come in, sometimes, Waveapps is not going to, guess where does it go. So it's going to go into unclassified transactions. But the first time you classify it, now it knows where to go. And that's really what an accountant does. What an accountant is going to do is look at your financial reports and make sure that everything is classified correctly. Now, if you're an accountant or a bookkeeper, you know that reconciling an account is tedious. It takes time. Well, with Waveapps, it is unbelievably simple. All you got to do is put your bank balance in, and it zeroes out. It reconciles it in seconds. Not even, it's less than this. It's unbelievable. How does that happen? How does it reconcile? Well, it's taking the transactions in from the bank account. So unless there's some kind of issue with something didn't get uploaded, or maybe the owner of the business put in a transaction or something, but 99% of the time it's going to reconcile in less than a second. So that is huge. It's a time-saving function. And if you're in business, you need to look at how much time you're spending. But also, you need to know your numbers. And what this does for me and my clients, it gives us instant connectivity. And it does stuff that QuickBooks promised but never delivered. You see, you can import transactions into QuickBooks. And if you ever tried it, you know what I'm talking about. It does not work that easily if you get it to work. When I found out about the new feature that QuickBooks had, it was taking me longer to fix all of the imported transactions than it did if we just entered them ourselves. That is not a time-saving feature. That does not save you time. Waveapps does. Now, this is really where it gets unbelievably great, because over here, it says customize your invoice, add a vendor, add a customer. Now, this is where running your business really comes into play, because this is where Waveapps is really going to help you save time and money. Because now you create the invoice in Waveapps, And you can get paid through Waveapps. You don't need a credit card thing. If you ever had to apply for a credit card account and you know if you're selling services on your website, well, now you got to go through all this PCI compliance. I just canceled my credit card account. Why do I need this? People could pay me through Wave with their credit cards or with the PayPal account, however else they want to pay. So I just invoiced somebody about an hour ago. She paid me. It goes right into my Wave account. They deduct the fees. Yeah, I mean, it's not free. Not everything is free. I mean, they're going to deduct, and I think it's like less than 3%, 2.9% per transaction. So it's competitive with the credit card statements, the credit card companies. You could pay your vendors. Now, think about this. What they've created is an online control center for your business. So I have clients all over the country. They set this up. If they have some kind of difficulties, I can go on in real time, see exactly what they're doing. We can go through their financial reports together, and it just becomes an unbelievable tool. Now, I don't have time to go through everything here, and I don't want to bore you with all the details. So what I'd like to do is offer you, once again, the opportunity to connect with me and talk about Waveapps and how it might be able to help you run your business. The third reason why you should try this is because it works, people. It works. I've been doing this a long time. I started out with a lead pencil and a calculator, an adding machine, believe it or not. One of those things you plug in, or, we actually had battery technology back then, and we added everything. There was an adding machine tape, and we actually used paper spreadsheets, and we added everything across. And then they came out with something called Peachtree and other accounting programs. I'm talking pre-desktop software is when I started in accounting. So I was using QuickBooks before it was even QuickBooks, believe it or not. It was called Money Counts. And Intuit bought that program. And I have been suffering with QuickBooks for over 30 years now, if that's however long they've been around. That's why I'm so excited about this Waveapps. And I have converted all of my clients over to Waveapps. Now, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. If you have a construction company where you're doing job costing and stuff like that, you have 10 employees, this might not be for you. But this program has been designed specifically for people like you and I, the solopreneurs, the sole proprietors, which is another story, because if you're a sole proprietor, you need to connect with me, because you should not be doing business as a sole proprietor. But that's another story. Waveapps has tapped into the market that is being underserved, not even underserved, not being served. Because most small businesses do not have the time or the money to hire a CPA and start doing the bookkeeping. That's the fact. So what this has done for me and my clients is it has compressed the amount of time it takes to do the financial side of business. It works, people. So I'm going to leave you with this. If this resonates with you at all, or you know somebody that this might resonate with, connect with me. Go to timewithjoe.com. Imagine how much better your business might be if you were able to take this headache out of the way, not have to worry about the bookkeeping and the accounting. Imagine how much love you're going to get from your family because you're coming home on time. You didn't have to stay up late at the office doing your bookkeeping. There's no more excuses, folks. This is what technology has brought us. Okay, connect with me, timewithjoe.com. Again, I'm going to give you the 3 top reasons. Number 1, it's free. Number 2, it's going to save you a tremendous amount of time and money. And number 3, it works. It works. And if you don't believe me, try it out. I'll even connect with you if you want to do a free connection. I'll get you set up with Waveapps for free. Okay, I can't pay you to do it, but I will spend 20, 30 minutes with you connecting this great software, and it ain't even going to take that long. If it takes 5 minutes, I would be surprised. So that's my story. I'm sticking with it. I am Joe DiChiara. I am a business coach, CPA. I make business simple, fun, and profitable. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock here. Thank you.